Yo, what's up guys? And today I'm doing a video on about my favourite things from last year. So I mean obviously there's quite a few things that I could say about like topics and things like that, but I thought today might be a bit good to have a real good look at last year and just give you guys an idea of what was my favourite things. So the first thing was my favourite film, and this was for me quite difficult to choose from because being a Marvel fan I could have choose from like the Captain America 2 and the second Thor film, but I thought over the whole year that there was one film that I've watched so many times that it probably does qualify as my favourite film from last year, and that is Wolf of Wall Street. And there's several reasons why it's my favourite film. First, I just find it completely hilarious. It is funny in many ways, even though sometimes it's not supposed to be funny. And secondly, I just think it's a really clever, well thought out film. I mean, I've read the book, and the book's just, it blows your mind. It is genuinely great. It's just a great film and a great book, but yeah, like I say, Wolf of Wall Street's my #1 film. I say it was very close though between that and the second Captain America film, so I just thought that was absolutely amazing. Thing is with me, I do like Marvel films, so the fact that there was 2 new ones come out last year and this year is the new Avengers film, I am absolutely buzzing. I cannot wait to see that film, so that's going to be good. Moving on to my next favourite from last year, it's my favourite moment, and this took some thinking because last year there was, several really good moments for me last year. But I think last year's favourite moment will be when I had my family over for Christmas. It was really fun. I mean, despite being on crutches and having my foot strapped up because of my surgery that I've had, it was just nice, to have my family around, especially at New Year when my cousin Noah came up. I mean, drinking games when you're, with basically one leg only leads to one thing. Yeah, mess. But yeah, it was good to have family come up. The New Year's Day in my local pub's always funny. We do fancy dress. I dressed as Baywatch, so what can I really say? I dressed as a Baywatch lifeguard. This is what remains of the, my lifeboat. Funny thing is that I can't swim, so a lifeguard that can't swim was quite ironic. But I think the main thing that stood out about that family moment was when we was all dancing on New Year's Eve, singing along to Mr. Brightside by the Killers, which obviously a lot of people will know that song anyway. So yeah, that was really good, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. It's probably definitely the best New Year I've ever had so far. It would have been better if I could do a lot more with my foot, but nothing I can really do about that. So this year, I'm going to try and top that. My favourite song, right, I do actually have the song ready for you. So my favourite song from last year was actually quite a late release one. I think it came out in December last year, and it is Axwell and Ingrosso's Something New that's there. So yeah, this song's by far like my favourite of this year. Well, last year, sorry. But hopefully this year there's gonna be a lot more amazing songs. I mean, there's already been a few come out already, so that's great. But a lot of people tell you that I do like my dance music, so the fact that this came out towards the end of the year and I just thought it was like something good, especially with going into the new year and being called Something New, it kind of prepared me for this year. So yeah, I'm glad that this song came out, and yeah, I just thoroughly enjoyed it. Again, there was for me, music plays a big thing, and I think that I had to try and pick one song to pretty much sum up last year. It was a bit of a ball ache, really. I could have picked 10, well, probably between 10 and 20 songs just to say what was my favourite song, but I think this one edged it over a couple. It was close between a few of George Ezra's songs. I mean, George Ezra last year, brilliant. I mean, some of the things that were released last year as well, there was just some great tracks. I mean, yeah, so hopefully this year it's going to be different. I mean, you never know. I mean, last year a lot of dance music was released, so that's good for someone like me and a few of my friends. We all like that type of music anyway. The next is my favourite TV series. Now, I do like to watch TV series and I do like to watch box sets. And now, it was a tie between Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead, but I think because I do like The Walking Dead quite a bit, and I think that did edge it a bit. The thing is with The Walking Dead, I just find it how, fair enough, I mean, it can get quite repetitive, but then again, a lot of TV series can. But for me, I think The Walking Dead's just getting better and better and more thrilling to watch. I was actually surprised that I liked it in the first place, because I was never really into like the jumpy quite TV series, like scary things like that, but I'm not ever that scared by it. The Walking Dead definitely has been my favourite TV series of last year. But like I say, it was very close between that and Breaking Bad. I mean, I love Breaking Bad. I just find it brilliant. And I kind of want to watch the series that's following on to Breaking Bad this year, the Better Call Saul. So that looks good. But yeah, now the next one, people might say, oh, that was released in 2013. Fair enough, but there's a reason why it's my favourite game from last year. And my favourite game from last year is, well, there weren't many choices, but it's this. Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah, the reason why this is my favourite game from last year was simply because I just spent most of my time on it, you know, having good times on the Xbox Online with my friends. You can just, I don't see how I can get bored of being online on this game. I mean, you can go online, play this, people's creating, and you just get rage. I think there was one race that me and my friends it took us nearly an hour to complete, even though it's only like a 2 mile race, but because it was on like BMXs, it took absolutely ages to do. But yeah, I'd definitely say this is my favourite game of last year. Like I say, it was released in 2013, so people was probably going to comment below like saying, oh, it was the year below, but yeah, definitely my favourite game from last year, basically just down to the memories that I've had on it. So hopefully might have some new good games come out this year. I am going on to the PS4 soon, so that's going to be really interesting. I will be buying GTA 5 for that as well, so I can have more fun on that. Right, the next is actually my favourite album purchased of last year. Now, this for me, because last year I did start collecting CDs, and it was like, I kind of want to say my top 3, but obviously I can only pick one for being my favourite, and that was actually what was released. I think it was released like halfway through last year, and it's this. Armin van Buuren's Anthems CD. It is basically like most of his more recent stuff. I mean, it's got the likes of This Is What It Feels Like with Trevor Guthrie, which was released as a single anyway. But it's also got like the most latest tracks like Hysteria, Ping Pong, and then it's also got things like classic, his older stuff, so which is good. But yeah, this was definitely like my favourite album I purchased last year because I've listened to it about 100 times already and I can't get bored of it. It's just nice, it's something I like to listen to before I go out maybe or something like that, which is good. So definitely my favourite album of last year. And so yeah, moving on, my next thing is my favourite book of last year, and I really do like to read, and as you probably, I'm going to show you in a minute, as you can see over there, on the top of there I have like God knows how many books, and I have like plenty more there, and then yeah, I have books scattered everywhere. I think, but for me last year, my favourite book was Zoo by James Patterson. Now, if anyone likes any like mysterious books or things that build up and action and anything like that, I suggest reading some of James Patterson's books because, I mean, I basically love his books. I've got God knows how many on my bookshelf. I'm currently reading another one at the moment. I'm into the Alex Cross series at the moment, which is really, really interesting. But yeah, for last year, I think Zoo kind of edged it over several books. It was just one of the best reads ever. It's, you know, it was quite a thrilling book, and I've just dropped it on my foot. That's probably not the best thing to do. But yeah, it was just brilliant. I mean, it was close between this and another one that he's done called Toys, for, you know, the action that's in it and things that happen. It's so many plots and twists. He's basically he's definitely my favourite author, and I'm just going to keep reading his books. I don't think I've got much choice really. Next is my favourite day out. Now, my favourite day out, I mean, I went out several times with my mates. I'm not going to mention their names because they moaned at me last time I mentioned their names, so I'm not going to mention them. But last year we went to Skegness. There was 2 carloads that went. There was 3 in each car, and I must admit it's one of the best days I've ever had. I mean, we didn't, because obviously we went on a Sunday, and I think it was around June time. I think we went. So obviously it could have been busy, but I think but we just enjoyed it. I mean, we didn't really get up to a lot. We just basically had breakfast in this really crappy restaurant, but yeah, there's stories behind that because it's called the Clock. I think it's called the Clock Tower where we went, and there's a breakfast called the All Day. I think it's a Clock All Day breakfast, and apparently my friend said that it sounded like I said a cock all day breakfast, but I'm standing my ground and I definitely said clock, so don't listen to them if they say anything on this video. But yeah, it was just a great day out. I mean, we went to the pier, we didn't really spend much time in there because I think we was more interested in playing football on the beach, and we just ended up playing likes of, I think we played cricket, we played football, and the beach football was hilarious. I mean, there was one moment where I managed to slide tackle the ball on the grass, on the sand, and it still went in, and it was just a really great day, and I think we might be doing it again this year. So it was just brilliant. But I think something did come very close to that. It's probably the Alton Towers trip. Now, there's one reason why that didn't quite beat the Skeggy Day Out was simply because, well, the weather wasn't overly great to begin with. So yeah, but Skegness weather was, it was nice all day, and it was just a great day. So that definitely won my day out of last year. Now, sporting moment. Now, a lot of people will realise I am a massive football fan, and the FA Cup in England is probably the most passionate cup that English football fans are going to talk about. I mean, it's currently going on at the moment, but I think my moment that stands out last year is from the FA Cup first round when Warrington beat League 2 Exeter. Now, Warrington are, I think it's like 5-6 divisions below, which is non-league at what they're in at the moment. And for them to beat a League 2 side at home was one of the best moments I've ever seen live on live TV. And I was actually like really happy for them. I mean, I'm a big Forest fan, so people thinking, oh, why supporting it a bit? I always love to see the underdogs win. And to me, I think if an underdog can win, it's brilliant. I mean, this is what happened recently this year. I mean, when Bradford beat Chelsea, again, another underdog winning, so you never know with FA Cup, but that just tries to, it just really emphasises the magic of the cup itself. And I think that because Warrington beat Exeter, it definitely is going to stand out as my sporting moment from last year. So yeah, that's good. And finally, it's my favourite place to eat from last year. Now, on my 19th birthday, we went to a place called Saulville Steakhouse, which is in Nottingham, and I do believe there's also one in Chesterfield. And it's by far the best place I've ever been. I mean, last year I went to a couple of restaurants, but I think that Saulville Steakhouse sticks out by far. The simple fact is, you go in, it's a nice relaxed place, it's like a music, it's a music themed place, it's like a soul music type place. And the best thing about it was the food's great, the service was great, and the beer was good as well. Yeah, so I'd definitely go there again. I've not been to the one in Chesterfield, I've only been to the one in Nottingham, so I'm not sure what the like in Chesterfield is, but I do recommend that you go there and have a go at it. It's just a genuinely really nice place to eat. But hopefully this year I'll be going to more places, so you never know what might win it next year. So yeah, that is my 2014 favourites. So all of those that I've listed there are my favourite things from last year. This year, there'll be another video at the end of the year explaining my 2015 favourites, so God knows what's going to happen this year. Hopefully things that might come out might be better. Like I say, GTA 5, obviously being a game from 2013, let's hope there's better games that come out this year. TV series, God knows what could qualify for that. Song, there's going to be hundreds and hundreds of songs that are released this year. Again, something new, I don't think was actually it was definitely a single was released, but I don't think it charted over it in the UK, which is a shame, because I really liked it. This shows that sometimes the top charted songs aren't always going to be the best, in my eyes anyway. So yeah guys, that pretty much sums up, that is my 2014 favourites. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed the video. Let me know some of your favourites from last year. So, maybe link them in the tell me them in the comments below, or send me a message through the YouTube channel. That is it really. Just a shout out to my friend Katie. She's recently started her own channel. She does I think it's beauty and fashion, so go and check that out. I will leave a link in my description below. Her name's Katie Hymas, and yeah, she's starting out. It's the same person, if you've seen my videos before, that I've mentioned in, who has a fashion and beauty blog. She has now got a YouTube channel as well. Yeah, so go and check that out. Support her, and yeah, just have a great day, guys. I will see you again real soon. And one last thing, I will be going to Lincoln soon, and I will be vlogging my trip there. So yeah, that'll be good. So yeah, guys, have a great weekend, great week. If I don't see you before next Sunday, there'll be a video next Sunday, but hopefully I will bring you a video in the midweek. So guys, see you later and have a great day. Bye.